Welcome back to myCharity 101, and in this section of the course we're going to be taking you through how to set up products. And now before we even dive into what a product is, I want to take a second to tell you a little bit about myCharity and how to get the most out of the platform. So in our last lesson, we set up your myCharity account and press publish. I'll show you what that looks like right now. This does make your profile public and you can get donations sent to you through the platform. But you will want to set up products, set up fundraisers, post volunteer opportunities, and post events. Because right now, your organization is kind of like an Etsy shop without any products. Yes, you might get some traction. Yes, people might come by and see your work and make a random donation. But what donors truly want, and all of our data proves this, is they want to see what their input, whatever that input might be, time if it's a volunteer opportunity, a ticket sale if it's an event, or a donation if it's a fundraiser or a product. They want to see what that can do in the field and the impact that it can make. And so that's why we have these individual categories of products, of volunteer opportunities, of fundraisers and events, so that you can easily show what your organization has coming up. And so here we are back in our setup guide, as you have now gotten familiar with. We're going to click right down here to create our first product. Now, I have made fun of myself in the last two videos that you're going to get tired of me, but these are the best videos that I would recommend watching. They'll walk you through what a product is, or what a fundraiser is, what a volunteer opportunity looks like, and how to make them a success. But I'm going to help a little bit along the way. So first, let's talk about products, because it might not be what you think it is. So products are not merchandise that you're selling or other items like that. Products are the easiest way to quantify what a certain donation can do within your organization. Now that's an overwhelming and very high level way of describing what a product is, but the easiest way is to show some examples. So first, I love Charity Water. You all might be familiar with that organization. They are constantly talking about how $40 can give one person clean drinking water. Another example might be if you're a humane society. $90 might spay one cat, $150 might neuter a dog, or kind of what we're going to be talking about and posting products of our own, or even operational products. myCharity is strictly an operational organization. All of our programs are paying for technology so that you all can have this outstanding experience, or our marketing budget, or our operations or fundraising budget. And so there are some really unique ways that you can post products, even if they are a little bit difficult to think about. But I would pause to say I highly encourage you all to sit down with your annual budget or your $9.90 right now or at the end of the year and break down what certain products, for lack of better words, might be, because you can use this off of myCharity as one of the best marketing tools for your organization. And it's something that we have had great success with, and it's something hundreds of thousands of nonprofits have had outstanding success with as well, because donors can quantify that X does Y in the field, and that's exactly what we're trying to do here. So let's create our first product. So very first off, as you can see, we do have some examples from that Humane Society example that we were talking about here, spaying one cat, $100 and what it does. But again, I apologize, and I have cheated already, and we have prepared some copy and paste ready to go products. So we have, I believe it's 3 products ready to go for myCharity. Yes. So one thing that I would recommend is to tier your products. I would have one in the $0 to $50 range, one in the $50 to $100 range, one in the $100 to $500 range, and then one wild card, whatever that might be, $500 and above, because this is where you're going to start to see a mixed amount of traffic, where maybe the first set of donors that come through only have $100 to give. Maybe there are some major donors on our platform as well that want to really move the needle for your organization. And now again, there's no limit to products. And the other reason that I highly recommend this is these are evergreen. Only thing that's going to change is maybe, as you'll see here, our marketing budget might increase, or our technology expenses per month might increase. But we're going to need those expenses covered no matter what. So let's get our first product live, which again, there are some creative ways to think about products here. And our first product is 1 day's marketing budget. So our marketing budget is as simple as it can be, $1,000 a month. We're a nonprofit as well, and we do not have, unfortunately, hundreds of thousands of dollars to spend on marketing. Hence the reason that you're seeing me sit in front of this camera and my face pop up all the time. I wish that we had a full camera crew and actors so that you could get rid of my voice, but that's the nonprofit reality. And I would highly recommend you all steal this one, or steal some of our other ones where we talk about a technology budget or an operations budget. It's going to be an easy way for people to understand they can support your organization and move the needle. Let me upload our cover photo real quick, which is going to be, there we go. I prepared, but clearly not that well. This cover photo, and unfortunately, just for this example, we're going to use the same cover photo a few times. I would recommend using photos from the field. Do not do necessarily what we did here. That's not going to be the most exciting thing. But again, we're a technologically based organization. Unfortunately, myCharity has to do things a little bit differently. But boom, create product. And your first product is live. Now this is really special, and we just released this. Whenever you publish something, it's going to take a few seconds in the background for a good reason. That is why. So every single time that you publish something on myCharity, we create social media graphics for you that you can share to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You can copy the link to your new product page, for example. You can send it in an email to anyone, or you can click right here and email yourself graphics. These are ready to post graphics that show off what I just created. So boom, 1 day's marketing budget, it's a new product created by myCharity, showing off our cover photo right there. When you email these to yourself, you will get a landscape size version like you're seeing right here. You'll get a square size version, perfect for social media like Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook. And you'll also get story size versions so that you can push them to your Instagram stories, your Facebook stories, your LinkedIn stories. I think they still have those. Wherever you might want it. Again, we're trying to make your life as easy as possible so that you can reach as many donors as soon as you can. This I'm super excited for because it makes it so easy to promote the work that you're doing. And so we'll close that down, and then you can go ahead and create another product if you want. So this, you'll just reset, put in the new version, boom, boom, $262 is what we spend on our technological expenses. And boom, another product is live. And again, this is going to create social media graphics in the background for us that we can share to anyone. And it does take a little bit of time. I apologize for the wait, but 3 to 5 seconds I think is worth it when you can get free and easy social media graphics. And then we'll post one more, and I kind of want to talk about this last one. So this is a big ticket item down here. $5,000 is roughly what it takes to launch a new feature on myCharity. That's somewhere around how much it costs to create products on this so that you all can post products, or that new social media graphic. Now, how we broke that down is just our technology budget for building out what we're doing. It takes about 1 month for us to operate and build a new feature on here, and that's somewhere around the hourly rate of what it takes is $5,000 over a month. And so again, this is rounded. Obviously, it's an even number, 5,000. Donors understand that things can't always get down to a penny, and that you might have to round. It's going to cost sometimes $4,500 to launch a product. It's going to cost $5,500 the next month. Take a good rough guess and round it. We are not going to be auditing or showing that this is exactly what your organization is doing with that money or with that budget, but do your best to get within the biggest and best range that you can. So boom, right there, and we're going to get our last set of social media posts, and I'll show you very quickly right after this is done where products live and how you can re-access these graphics if you want. So we'll close that down. You're familiar with it now. Over here in your activity page, we've got a few secrets hiding down here that I'll show you in a later part of this setup. You can click on products and boom, you'll see all of our new products that are live. And the setup guide, when you are done, you can click back to and pick up right where you left off. Now this is supposed to be checked. We've got a little bug in there that I'll fix by the time that you're seeing this, but you can always return back to your setup guide and pick up right where you left off. But once you finish the setup guide, it's going to disappear right there. Boom, create a product. It's going to be the exact same. Over here, you can edit your products, or you can go ahead and share to reach more donors again and access those graphics for whatever it is that you are doing. So let's go back to the setup guide and close off with where we are. So you have created your first products. First off, congratulations. I think that that is the best way to fundraise on myCharity. And again, we are a nonprofit organization ourselves, and we are fundraising. We build these features based off of what we hear in the field is working for other organizations and what is working for us. Quantifying your donations with X does Y is one of the best ways to get money and donations in the door for your mission. So I highly recommend taking some time to set up your products, especially because these are evergreen. Unlike some of the other ones where, like a fundraiser that might end at the end of the year or an event that's gonna pass, products can stay there forever and do a lot of work for your organization. So we're finished with this lesson. You set up products, congratulations. We're gonna go into how to set up volunteer opportunities next, and you'll start to get into a rhythm with setting up your myCharity account. So into the next lesson, how to set up volunteer opportunities.